What is going on today, guys? Today we are back down by the river for another magnet fishing adventure. As you guys know, it is still the middle of the winter, so most of the waterways are completely frozen. But I found us one here that is kind of open. So today I got my waders on. We're gonna take my giant magnet, we're gonna hop right in the river. We're gonna do some poking around and we're gonna see what the heck we can find today. It is still absolutely freezing. It is currently below zero, but we're out here and we're gonna give it a shot. We're not gonna waste any time here today, you guys. Let's hop right in this river with our magnet and let's see if we can find anything today. All right, guys, let's head down. Ooh. Well, good morning. What the heck? Yo. All right, well, let's try that again. All right, guys, let's take our giant magnet here. Let's head down by the river and let's take a look and see what she looks like. As you can see, there is tons of ice covering this entire shoreline. So if I'm even gonna get in here, I'm gonna have to try and bust up some of this, at least a little bit. Today I have my large 360-degree magnet with me. And obviously, before we even start tossing this thing, we're gonna have to try and break up some of this ice. Oh, we got some thick, solid ice there. Oh, she's getting a little not so thick. See, I don't know how deep it is when you walk off that end there, so I don't want to like go too deep with my waders, you know what I mean? Well, to be completely honest with you guys here, it's looking like we're gonna have to go find a different shoreline. So I hopped back out of the river. We're just gonna do some poking around at whatever we can hit. But check out this spot here. I think this is the fire department boat launch. And if you take a look, that paper mill I was talking about is literally right here. So there is just no telling what we might find. Now this spot here, because it's a boat ramp, I think it should be pretty shallow, at least out to a certain point anyways. What is this? I think I literally see something in the river right here. Is that magnetic? No? It looks like it should be. What is that? Oh, now I'm kicking up the river dust. All right, let's do a little bit of poking around at the old fire department boat launch. What is this? Right here. Is that magnetic? A little something white. It is too. Check this out. Looks like we got us a super old chewed up fishing lure. I definitely don't think you're catching no fish with that one anymore, but still pretty cool. Definitely some evidence that people fish in this area. I love how shallow and crystal clear it looks around here. I can probably just see stuff if I keep my eyes peeled. Oh, we're getting a little deeper here, buddy. I'm kind of just walking the shoreline here and dragging my magnet back and forth in front of my feet. And I am really not sticking anything at all. Not a single flipping thing. Couple little scrap bits and that is about it. Well, you guys know the name of the game in the winter here. We are pretty limited. Ooh, what is that? See some color already. Is that something magnetic or no? What is that? You guys see that color? What is that? Right here. Suboxone, what the heck is that? Not 100% sure exactly what this is, but it sure sounds like some kind of medicine. A little bit of garbage, we'll get this out of the river. All right, guys, we're gonna switch it up entirely here for a little bit. I'm gonna hop right out of the river, and we're actually gonna magnet fish this bridge here that was built by Chicago Bridge and Iron Works in 1917. This used to be an old railroad bridge, and I think just a couple years ago, they've turned it into a walking trail. Aha, you know what? Before we throw from the bridge, let's actually go below the bridge here. I don't think I've ever tried to throw below the bridge down here. No, matter of fact, I know I haven't because I never had my waders on in this area. Check this out. Get a different angle here anyways. All right, let's hop in the river in this section and see what the heck we can find around here. Right underneath the old railroad bridge. Oh. Whoa, what was that? Right by my feet. Yeah, literally, what the heck is this, dude? That sucker was right by my feet. Check this thing out. What the heck do you think this could be? Kind of looks like it might have some wood on there a little bit, but it's obviously metal too, or we wouldn't have caught it. Huh, no clue what the heck this thing could be. But if I had to take a wild guess, it probably came from this bridge. That looks like an old one. Oh, look at that on there, you guys. I didn't even see that one. Bingo, Flamingo. We caught us an old fishing lure. I shouldn't even say old. That looks like a new one. And that actually looks like a pretty nice one, too. The spinner still spins. Aha, that's cash money right there. Pretty sure a fishing lure like this off the shelf is worth like $4 or $5. How far can I walk out this way? Wow, look at how shallow this is out here. It's like completely shells on the bottom too, dude. That looks wild. I don't know if you guys can really see the bottom of the river here, but take a look. It is entirely shells, like zebra mussel shells, the entire bottom. Look at this, you guys, the entire bottom of the river. Normally it's like rocks or sand or something like that. We're talking entirely zebra mussel shells. That is wicked. And to think those are invasive, boy, you ain't kidding. There is a mound of them here. And look at it, just drops off like crazy. That's gotta be, who knows what, 10-foot drop right there? Holy moly. Oh, I thought I saw something blue. What the heck is this? Is that the tip of a pen? I think it definitely is. Well, you definitely ain't writing to your pen pal with that one. What the heck? Looks like somebody was chewing on that sucker. Maybe it was the fish. They thought it was a lure. I think I'm actually pulling something here. This is quite heavy compared to our other throws. Kind of, I guess. Yeah, a little bit of something dangling off the bottom there. Check this out. Holy mangled mess. What do we even got here? Aha, look at this. Once we break off all the rocks on there, we caught us the old Cash Money Railroad spike. And being right under the railroad here, I'm sure we're gonna find tons of these. And I'm sure most of you guys know this by now, but if you didn't, these suckers go for about $1 or $2 on eBay. So once again, this is some cold hard cash. You guys, I wanna show you quick just how cold it is. My gloves are a little bit wet, and this is obviously a metal railing. And if you guys know anything about sticking your tongue to a pole, watch this. Give it a second. Now watch. My hand literally freezes to the pole. That's crazy, man. Look at that. Instantly forms ice on my glove. All right.
What you doing?
Magnet fishing.
Really?
Yeah, got a big old magnet. Just toss it in the river and see what the heck you can find. Yeah, sometimes you find some cool stuff and sometimes you find nothing.
Yeah. Have you been South Oneida Street by that little bridge over there?
I've actually never tried over there, but I do know of somebody who pulled the shotgun out of there before.
Yeah, I know that some people have gotten like bicycles.
Is it?
Stuff like that,
Huh.
yeah.
I might have to try over there. I never tried that spot.
Yeah, okay, good luck.
Thank you, have a good one. All right, new spot. We are running it and gunning it here today, you guys. If I don't find a whole lot after like 30 minutes, maybe 45 to an hour, I'm not just gonna sit in one spot today. We are gonna do a whole bunch of bouncing around. Now, a couple videos ago, I walked around in this section of river and I really didn't see a whole lot, but I really did not toss my magnet. I just kind of looked. So today, I'm gonna bring the magnet with me. I wanna try and get as close as I can possibly get to this railroad. Let's go under. Ooh, right here, right at my feet. I see something. Is that magnetic? Heck yeah. What is this one here? Oh, looks like we got some kind of super long bolt here. The entire thing is covered in threads and it's got a little nut on there. There is just no telling where this came from or what the heck else we might find. All right, we're a little bit closer anyways. Let's give this railroad a few tosses. Ooh, no kidding. I'm on something right at my feet here. Yeah. What is this? That sucker's heavy. Like super heavy. Whoa. What is this? Aha! I know what this is. Bingo! Check that one out. We caught us an old railroad plate. And of course, right underneath the railroad, again, I'm sure there's probably tons of these things. And they usually have like some kind of patent or some kind of stamp on them. And you can sell these suckers on eBay to collectors for quite a bit of money. Oh, that's not what we want to do. I think I'm dragging something. Doesn't feel super heavy, but there's definitely something on there. Heck yeah. Couple things on there. We got us another bingo flamingo. Looks like a bunch of scrap debris on there. Maybe another little piece of a rusted up washer on there. Oh, look at this one. At first I thought that was gonna be a bolt. No, we caught us some kind of hook. The old railroad hook. And last but not least, we caught us another Cash Money Railroad spike. I really gotta start looking into blacksmithing. Every time I find one of these, it's so hard to justify selling it for like $1 or $2 on eBay when I know people turn these things into knives and sell them for like 40, 50 bucks. Railroad, what do you got? Cough up the cash money. I'm pulling something again. It's almost every throw all of a sudden in here. I'm assuming a lot of it is probably gonna be railroad metal. We got us another cash money railroad spike. Looks like another washer, maybe 2 washers on there. Tons of debris. But then, check this thing out. Definitely doesn't look like nothing too super crazy here. Kinda just a broken off chunk of metal. But if you look real close at the bottom here, it almost looks like underneath that rust, there might be some letters. I don't know what the heck this would have said or what this would have been part of, but it's definitely just a broken off chunk of something at this point. I wonder how far can I walk? I really want to know. I just don't want to. We do not want to step in no holes, dude. Especially in this current. If I step in a hole, I might just get swept away. Like seriously, if I pick my feet up, my feet just get swept away in this current. This is some serious current. Like big time. Oh, look at this. Whoa, that's kind of cool looking. Yeah, look at that one, you guys. That's like an industrial sized like hanging hook. Oh, look at that. There's some numbers on there too. 76420. Huh, what the heck does that mean? And if you look at the bottom of this thing, it doesn't even look like it was broke or snapped. It kind of looks like that little circular piece might snap into something, like some kind of clamp. Maybe you could change out the hooks. I don't know, you guys. That's pretty cool though. Some kind of big old industrial sized hook. All right, guys, not a horrible spot. We found a lot of railroad cash money in here, but like I said, I really don't want to sit in any one spot today. The name of the game is run it and gun it. So we got us a little bit of cash money out of this spot, but now I'm gonna hop out of the river and we're gonna head to a new spot. All right, new spot. Now we are kind of wedged here between a bridge and a railroad. A lot of railroad areas here today. Now, if you kind of look across the river here, it almost looks like there might have been some kind of building on that side at some point. So there's no telling what might be in here. We're gonna try and toss this shoreline, see if we can come up with anything. Right off the bat, I think I see something, ain't it? Unless that's just a stick, maybe? A branch? Or no, there's something magnetic here. I thought I seen something. Can I get it though? That's the question. I could kind of get in here, but it's a little steep, I want to say. There's a pretty steep drop off in here, so I can't really just get in and walk around in this area. But I think I can at least get in a little bit better to grab this here. What is this? This is definitely magnetic. Dude, no way. Look at what we just found. The old bicycle, or should I say the old flipping unicycle at this point. Look at that thing. Holy smokes, you guys. Look at all the clams on that sucker. This one's definitely been in the river for quite a while. And look at that bike seat. That's not even one of them comfy ones. That's like them rock solid hard ones, the ones that hurt your butt. And I think it's safe to say you definitely ain't riding that one no more. Holy cow, you guys, check it out. We caught us a whole flipping bike. Or should I say half of a bike. How the heck did that get over here? Well, if there's one thing in here, there's gotta be more, right? Maybe. Just gotta be careful for getting my magnet snagged. This shoreline looks like the old Rocky Mountains here. Very next throw. Hey, what the heck is that? That's definitely a handle, but that definitely does not look like a bike handle, does it? That almost kind of looks like maybe a cart or something. Not a shopping cart, maybe a stroller? Uh-huh, maybe that's like the old stroller handle. Dude, what the heck is going on here? Look at, I caught a fish. I literally caught a fish. I don't know what he came out of. Did he fall out of that bike? What the heck are the odds? And that's like not a minnow either, you guys. That's like a smallmouth bass or something. Look at that. We're fishing with a magnet. If I had $1 for every time this happened, believe it or not, I'd have a couple bucks. Super cool, man. We caught a flipping fish with a magnet. Send you back, guy. Oh, come on, let's get back down there. There's got to be some more goodies in here. It really does drop off pretty quick though, so I'm afraid to step out too far here. Ooh, is that something magnetic? kind of felt like it for a second. No, what was that? That was like I thought it was a rock, but it felt a little sticky. Yeah, right there. That's a little sticky. A little sticky something. Here we go. I got something. Whoa, check this one out. Aha! Do you think that is like the handlebars off of a bike? Kind of hard to tell, but if you look underneath the rust there, you can kind of see some of that shiny metal. Or maybe this is like the front toe part of like a shopping cart or something. The heck you guys think this came from? Oh, I'm pulling on something. What the heck is this? Look at this one. Doesn't look like nothing too fancy. Maybe some kind of scrap banding piece off of something. Maybe some kind of old barrel? Who the heck knows? But you got to keep in mind, like I said, we are right next to the railroad here also. So who knows? Maybe back in the day they were transporting barrels. Maybe one fell off and this is the banding of it. You just never know. Well, about another half hour at this spot here, you guys, and we're really not finding much else. Time to pack her up and hit the next spot.